From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clark County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. A groundbreaking vaccine developed at UGA and Athens will honor a former leader this weekend. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. Today is Veterans Day, where we honor those who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces. A Veterans Day celebration is scheduled to begin at 11 this morning at the Oconee Veterans Park in Watkinsville. Also, in honor of Veterans Day, the national parks that usually charge an entrance fee will be free to visit. This marks the last of the 5 days the National Park Service is waiving admission fees for the year. Veterans comprise a fifth of the National Park Service's workforce, and many see it as a continuation of their service to the country. Georgia has 11 national parks, and visitors don't have to be veterans to enjoy these parks for free today. This from Fox News and USA Today. 2 local hospitals shine on the Leapfrog Group's latest hospital safety grades list. Piedmont Athens Regional and Northeast Georgia Medical Center Barrow have both earned A grades, contributing to Georgia's climb to the 21st spot in national rankings. The Leapfrog Group focuses on transparency and safety, with over 30% of Georgia hospitals securing A grades. The list, updated biannually, highlights strides in preventing medical errors and ensuring patient safety. A healthier outlook for the Peach State, which moved up 10 spots on the list since last spring. This from the Red and Black. A disturbing incident unfolded last week as a 16-year-old was shot in the arm. Athens Clark police report the teen was walking on Spring Valley Road last Sunday when unknown assailants opened fire. Transported to a local hospital, the young victim's injuries were non-life-threatening. Multiple shell casings were discovered, and the driver of a white Honda Civic is a person of interest. As the investigation unfolds, ACCPD urges anyone with information to reach out to Sergeant Black at scott.black@accgov.com or by calling 762-400-7058. This from Fox 5.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing a career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
A former Bulldog Nation legend will be honored tonight, but first, from the Athens Clark County News Facebook page. Stacy Court posted, even with no road work, the traffic is terrible in the early morning and late afternoon evening. Please, Athens Clark County, Tallahassee Oglethorpe needs to be 4 lanes as much as possible between the Loop and Whitehead. ADR Friedman responded with, every day. Rebecca McCarthy says there are places zoned for multifamily with no thinking about the infrastructure in those zones, like the giant apartment, quote, community you're suffering with. Just wait until the mega apartment complex on Lexington dumps thousands of cars into those lanes. And Elizabeth Horn says it's awful. We leave at 7 a.m., but only because if we leave at 7:10, it takes twice as long to get to school. There's a new groundbreaking bee vaccine, which is considered a potential savior for hives and our food supply. With honeybees pollinating 1/3 of the world's food, Dalen Animal Health, which operates out of a lab on the University of Georgia's campus, has developed a first-of-its-kind vaccine recently approved by the USDA. Administered through what's called queen candy, it shields young bees from the global threat of American foul brood disease. Dalen Animal Health CEO Annette Kleiser calls it a game changer. The bee vaccine is now available. This from WSB. Bulldog fans, get ready to celebrate a coaching legend. Former Georgia Bulldogs head coach Mark Richt is set to receive a special honor during tonight's Georgia-Ole Miss matchup at Sanford Stadium. The University of Georgia and the National Football Foundation will salute Richt as part of the 2023 College Football Hall of Fame class. Kickoff for tonight's game is at 7 o'clock, and you can see it on CBS. This from Sports Illustrated. Walmart is making shopping a more inclusive and comfortable experience. The nation's largest retailer has just announced sensory-friendly shopping hours available every day across their stores nationwide. Earlier this summer, Walmart tested sensory-friendly hours during back-to-school season, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. During these hours, stores will transform into a calm and soothing environment by changing TV walls to static images, turning off the radio, and dimming the lights where possible. Starting this weekend, all Walmart stores in the U.S. and Puerto Rico will offer sensory-friendly hours from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. with plans to continue indefinitely. Walmart joins a growing list of retailers, performance venues, and attractions that are now offering sensory-friendly adjustments to cater to those with autism and other sensory-sensitive conditions. This from 11 Alive.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of UGA Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.